Hey, this is John. Um, so here's the W124 300E 1992. Um, it is October, and yesterday I tested to see if the heater worked. And I turned it on and, started the car up, and the air conditioning was on when I had the thumb wheel all the way up to the hot zone. And sure enough, I came out, the air conditioning was on, the fans in the front were turning, but yet there's no heat. So it could be a couple things. It could be the little controller, with the push button control could have issues. I've replaced that a couple times over the last, 9 years, 10 years now. But there's other things that you can check. So I decided to check the mono valve, which controls it controls the flow. It allows hot water to pass through the heater core in the dash. It's a bizarre device. It can get dirty and get sticky and not work right. It could either let hot water in all the time. So you get hot air all the time coming through your vents, even with the AC on. But anyways, I'm just gonna check it, and at least this is what I do. So right here, I got my old underwear. That's a good thing. There is your mono valve, and it's powered by 12 volts, right? And I believe it's been a while since I've worked on it, but I believe that it has a constant 12 volts on it. At least the last time I checked. You can hear this thing kind of clicking all the time when the car is running. I was told that's normal. Anyways, so it gets its let's see, the hot water, the flow of the water is always really confusing to me. It's been a while, but you have an auxiliary water pump here. I disconnected it for the summer because it's not a very good one. I think it needs to be replaced because my son was constantly getting hot air or something. Anyway, so let's just check this out. So basically what you do is you undo the electrical, real easy. Then there's 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you pull. You pull it out. All right. That's what's on. There's this, I guess this magnetic field, this coil, I guess you would call it. I'm not sure. But you have that part, and you can test to see if this thing is good. You see how it has these 2 wires here? I think I had to, at one time in this car's life, I had to resolder one of them because it was loose. But with a continuity meter, you can test for continuity. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, so I got continuity. Kind of hard to do it with one hand, but you get the idea. Yeah. That means that all the copper wiring in this coil thing isn't broken, and it's not broken right here. So this part's good. And then you pull it out, and there's this wonderful little plunger here. And this part usually gets dirty. You can see that it's got a little bit of corrosion on it. Clean that off. I'm going to clean it off. Just remember how it goes. And then you pull this out. blazing hot again here today. I can't believe it, October. Oh, here comes the Amazon truck. So you have this this gasket right here. See if we can get some light. Hi. Thank you. So you have this this gasket. The light is so glaring. And if this thing is ruptured, then nothing's going to work. This one is good. This one is good. Let me clean it off just a little bit. And then you have this other looking, weird looking thing here. I mean, there's some bizarre parts in this car. And it's just a brass. It's got a little bit of dirt in it too. And I guess what it does is it goes down I think the top plunger pushes this down and seals off the hot water flow. And it pulls it up, and it's the push button that creates the circuit and opens and closes this thing. So I'm just going to clean this off a little bit. This is not real bad. I had one 300E that it was just nasty and green in there. I guess the people hadn't changed the coolant. And I see a little bit of corrosion. I'm going to clean that off. This shouldn't really affect too much because it looks like the sealing surface is pretty clean right there. Anyways, that's what I'm going to do for now. And once I get that done, then I'm going to hook everything back up and then take these probes and see, you know, hook the probes up with electrical connector connected and see if I have 12 volts coming to this thing. See if I get the heater working, because it's always nice to have heat during the winter time. Anyways, that's about it for now. Okay, well, let's test for 12 volts. If I can do this one-handed. I got 12 volts. So, as I said before, I don't even have the heater on or air conditioning, anything. It's just running. So it has a constant 12 volts. And that must, I'm not sure, I imagine that plunger, it pulls it up, it creates a field in that coil and pulls it up. A weird ass system. Okay. I'm gonna plug this back in. I'm feeling it. If you'll be able to hear it click. I'm not feeling anything right now. Try to turn the heater on and see what happens. This card is dirty. Okay, so I put it on high. put it on, let's see. Okay, now the side vents are hot. This has got heat there. It feels hot up at the dash. Yeah, it's hot. Don't think the AC is on. Like yesterday, I couldn't figure it out. Fans are not on. See, yesterday it wasn't getting any heat. It was just the heater to that, or the HVAC to that. It was cold air, 30 to 7 degree air coming out of these vents. So that's not going to work. So sometimes it's just taking that little mono valve apart and cleaning it, get it to work again. And it's usually, I seem to go through this at the end of every summer and getting ready for winter time. Crazy system. Anyway, that's about it. Whew. See if the AC works. I feel it getting cold. Oh, good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's getting cold now. But sometimes you'll get, when that thing malfunctions, that wonderful mono valve, you'll get cold air out of the center and then warm air out of the side vents. During the summertime, that's really not convenient. Yeah. Double checking my work. Yeah. Nice and cold. Okay. That's it. Another job done.